figure enthusiasts, and welcome to Scaled Affairs, the show where I take a closer look on anime figures of all sorts. So sit back and relax while I'll tell you what's maybe worth adding to your collection. Today's figure is another Nendoroid Doll, original character Yuki in her Catgirl Maid dress. She comes to you in a package with the same style and measurements like all other Nendoroids, except that the doll boxes don't have a see-through window anymore. I don't know, but for some reason this still bothers me quite a bit. Inside the box there is your typical Nendo blister with the figure wrapped in white plastic foil and the clothes tucked on to the side of it. Because you basically get no noteworthy accessories or extra faceplates with those dolls, the blister looks even more empty than with some normal Nendos, and you start to understand why there isn't a window anymore. When unboxing her, the first thing I noticed was this strange extra joint. Apparently you can now change the height of the neckline a tiny bit. I'm not sure why this is an option. I guess it's for when you want to use the head on a normal Nendo body. Anyhow, note that all the footage you will see in this review is filmed by using the longer neck joint. But before we can dive any deeper into this figure's details, here is a quick overview about some stats. Of course, the main reason to buy these Nendo spin-offs are the clothes they come with, and the two Catgirl Maids have quite a few nice pieces. First you get some white socks and black plastic boots that are a bit hard to slip on and are still the cheapest feeling parts of those dolls. But to be honest, I can't think of any better way to make sturdy footwear this size either. Oddly enough, this has to be my first Nendo doll that comes with separate underwear in the form of striped panties, and on a figure this small that is not really anatomically correct, it genuinely surprised me that they went this extra mile. The navy blue skirt is supposed to be worn over the yukata style vest as shown in the promotional pictures, so if you plan to use this as a normal skirt on some of your other dolls, it might look weird because the waistband would sit pretty high up. But if we dress her as intended, it's a nice look, even without the apron. My only gripe with the yukata thing is that the sleeves will not rest on the arms of the figure like you see it in all the promo pictures, at least not without modification. If you just display this and don't play much, I would suggest that you put some flat heavy objects into the pouches of the sleeves to drag them down. In general, the draping of the clothes might require some effort and skills with an iron to have them look as nice as you see them on the box art. The last major piece of garment is this white apron that has a snap ring on the backside and has to be filled over the sleeves of the yukata. To complete the maid outfit, you can opt for a classic headpiece that is supposed to hold in place by using some double-sided adhesive tape. I appreciate that they provide you with several pre-cut straps and that they come from a name brand like 3M, but it's my least favorite method of mounting things to a figure. For this review I just used some small bits of adhesive pads, and I would recommend you do the same because they are much easier to remove and reapply. My second least favorite method of mounting comes in form of the cat ears with those tiny plastic lids you basically wedge between the hair pieces. First of all, the lid is so tiny, could have been much bigger in my opinion, and also if your hair pieces might lose friction over time and don't close as well as they should, the ears might fall off as well. Normally I would also show you all the different face plates in an Nendo review, but since those dolls only come with one, there isn't really much to talk about. It's a fine face print, but I really wished Good Smile would throw in at least one alternative expression or stick to a small grid of original characters for those dolls with more expressive emotions, so if you collect them over time you might end up with more than one faceplate for each character. I also don't get why they mix together OCs and branded characters for this line. I would prefer pure OCs with just character outfits so that you can cosplay a bit, especially because I'm quite sure that for all the corporate characters available as a Nendo doll, there already exists a normal Nendo where you could use the head from. In conclusion, this is your typical cute Nendo doll release where you just can't have one. Good Smile banks on you to buy both characters, and so I did. But it's nice that the hand gesture that can be used to connect both maids also works as a standalone piece for each of them. The clothes feel made well enough and detailed, and as usual in the doll hobby there are numerous additional options to customize your small bodies with stuff the manufacturer provides as paid extras. Next time another mystery one, in other words a race of which pre-order will arrive first at my doorstep. So be sure you don't miss the next episode of Scaled Affairs when I once again take a closer look on anime figures of all sorts. Hopefully I can see you again in the future. Until then, take care and keep collecting.